So today we're going to be talking about the moon in Capricorn, or the 10th house, general meaning, as well as what it means when you have both. So when your moon is in Capricorn and the 10th house. But both share the same meaning, except the 10th house takes on a more literal and personal significance than the sign of Capricorn alone. But anyways, if you have your moon in Capricorn or the 10th house, this is considered a position of fall for the moon because the moon is comfortable in the sign of Cancer. Cancer has to do with our emotions, our attachments, our family, our home life, and personal projects that we work on, like things that you do inside the home, arts, crafts, gardening, things that are creative that you may hang up on your wall, that you may enjoy, that may be beautiful, but that don't necessarily matter to the collective or to society, you know? The 10th house, or the sign of Capricorn, is the opposite, and it has to do with the emotions of others. It's the things that we do that matter to other people. And it's when we sacrifice our own comforts in order to fulfill the needs of other people. This is why Capricorn and the 10th house indicates work, career. It rules all those things, and it rules responsibilities. And it's a place that creates discomfort because literally it's opposite of our own comfort and our own emotions. So when you have the moon here, you tend to sacrifice your own comfort in order to fulfill responsibilities or to do things that matter to people, especially to the public, things that will make you be remembered, things that will impact others in order to give you recognition, status, or to feel like you're doing something important in the world. This is where your stability and sense of attachment and security comes from. People with Capricorn moon that don't feel like they're doing things that are important, or that don't feel self-reliant and self-sufficient, and that don't have their own stability, feel insecure, unstable, or unhappy. They always need to be doing something that matters, at least to a certain extent in their lives. And anyways, so a lot of times this could create somebody that's empathetic as well, because Capricorn is the emotions of others. It's the opposing sign from our own emotions. So this has to do with the emotions of the public, specifically because Capricorn is in the public sector of the zodiac wheel. Sagittarius through Pisces is the public. It's interactions with groups, multiple people. So there may be a lack of empathy on an interpersonal level because you're so focused on doing things that will impact as many people as possible in the public sector. So you're so focused on your career, and you do feel the emotions of other people, especially how they feel about you. And this can lead to self-consciousness or self-awareness, and feeling discomfort and always feeling like you need to meet up to people's expectations or vision of you when you have the moon in Capricorn. It's very important for you feeling secure that people respect you, or that you have some sort of status or some sort of position. This is like your foundation. Is like your everything, you know. And it's the resource that you utilize in order to do things that you want to do in life. Like you utilize your position in life to enjoy life, because the moon is resources that we use. But I forgot what I started talking about. I think, okay, yeah. Capricorn moon likes to do things that will impact as many people as possible. So in that sense, though you have empathy for others, it doesn't necessarily play out on an interpersonal level. Like, you feel too busy in order to nurture people interpersonally, except if it's in certain houses. So if it's in like the 6th house or the 7th house, this would really indicate somebody that does have empathy and does feel responsible for interpersonal relationships. But for the most part, if it's not in one of those houses, or have some sort of indicator like that, this is somebody that's more focused on serving the public. And this is somebody that cares about the public. The moon is care, and Capricorn is the public or society, the structure of society. You can be quite difficult on yourself with this placement because you hold yourself to higher standards than the average person in order to be able to be successful in the first place. So this is another reason why on an interpersonal level, Capricorn moons, though they have empathy, they have a certain threshold, and they don't, I guess they don't empathize with certain things. They don't empathize with weakness or, lower emotions. They don't allow that to take them off their track. But so that is what Capricorn moon means in the 10th house or in Capricorn. Now, if you have it in both, this means that you feel responsible for your career or your job. Like, you feel like you need to carry those things out. And this is your form of stability. And it comes out in a literal sense because it's in your 10th house in addition to the sign. So this is somebody that feels like they need to manage people, or like they run a business and they feel very emotionally responsible for that business and very attached to it. Or they feel like they must be an authority in life in order to feel stable or to feel like they're worth something or that they matter. And they feel like, in this case, it would literally be somebody that has the role of a government authority or a manager or a CEO, especially when you have both of them. So both 10th house and Capricorn. And this makes you quite an empathetic leader, or the emotions of others seriously impact your stability. So it's like a conjunction energy. So not only do you feel the consequences of other people's emotions, but they really destabilize you if it's negative. You must have a good rapport with the public. And whenever there is trouble or unhappiness within the public or within the organization, it like really makes you feel very responsible, and you take on all that emotion, and you just have this drive to fix everything, because the moon is about our personal investment, like our personal cares, are things that really matter to us, the attachments we have. It rules things such as family. So it's a big deal. The work life could literally be like your home life in this case, with the moon in both Capricorn and the 10th house. And you can't help it, but whenever like other people's emotions, whatever they may be, they really change your trajectory, and you always feel responsible for it. So anyways, I feel like I repeated myself at the end, but I wanted to make sure I'm getting the message clearly. Other than that, I hope that was helpful, interesting, or entertaining in some way. And if you enjoyed, please consider checking out my Patreon for more astrology content. And I recently covered the moon and the meanings of the moon in a deeper and broader sense. as well as what it means in each of the signs in a different sense as well. So definitely check that out if that interests you. And other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.